Right, what? We're back with another Brompton video. This is an update on the last one I did, which was to install an official Brompton rack, as you can see here, and my version of easy wheels. So I didn't actually go for easy wheels, I used these rollerblade wheels. A lot of people do that, and they've worked more or less fine, but I have had a couple of issues with that. Anyway, you'll notice that I'm wearing shorts. It's springtime, it's above 5 degrees Celsius, and in Britain that means you get the old budgie smugglers out. In fact, at the weekend I was down in Brighton diving into frigid cold water with 6-foot waves, but that's what we do in this country, desperation. So, there are actually a couple of solutions on the market. One of them is this rather nice machined aluminium extension bar. This was made by Light Pro. So I'll just turn this up the other way and you can see what I'm talking about. That will go on there like that, and it'll extend the wheels up, which means that the whole thing is higher off the floor, and then when you want to try and turn, I would imagine that's going to stop that wheel from catching. So that's one thing. And the other thing, a bit naughty, I've been buying things that aren't critically essential to life, which I don't normally do. I feel like I've splashed out on myself, is what I'm trying to say. I bought these things, they're called Omni wheels. Everything's got a name. This is easy wheels. They're just wheels at the end of the day, but these are Omni wheels. I suppose these are a bit different because they have these little bearings on them. They're not ball bearings, they're roller bearings. You get 2 wheels, so you get per wheel. So there's 4 wheels that come in the kit, 50 quid. You can get cheap ones, 40 quid for the 4 wheels, but apparently they're not as quiet as these bearings. So these are better quality bearings, but I couldn't tell you because I haven't bought the other ones, so I wouldn't know the difference. So yeah, and the neat thing is, I don't find actually I bought these straight from China direct rather than going through eBay, and there is quite a lot of thought that goes into a lot of their products. I just can't imagine. Like, I always find when you buy like IKEA furniture and things like that, they give you the exact amount of screws, so that if you lose one, you're completely buggered and you have to go to the shop and buy more screws, and then you've got to find out exactly what screw it is. Whereas I often find with these things from China, they include some quite useful things. So you actually get a whole pack of spare rollers, so when these wear out, you just replace them, and it's all just screwed together. Some real good thought has gone into that. So that's what we're going to do in this video. We're going to swap those over and then give it a little test and see what happens. So let's get started. Now you notice this was already loose, so that's another thing. We're going to need to Loctite these bolts this time. I suppose it's obvious when you think about it, but I was seeing if I could get away with it. This is the one I recommend, the red one. They do a blue and red one, VTech. This is the higher strength one. So it seems to come with these slightly domed lock washers. They seem to fit perfectly in there, so I'm going to put it concave, facing outwards. I can use the short bolts. It's designed for Brompton. It's come with some short bolts as well. So we'll just use those. Now, people have complained that your heels can bash these wheels, so I'm not going to let this sit any further back than the normal bolt position. Okay, that should be good. Now the special instructions, as I said, from the manufacturer as to how these Omni wheels go on. So the first thing you're going to do on these ones is at least take this nut off. This nut here is Loctite. Is it Loctite or can't tell? Yeah, it looks like it's just got Loctite on it. This is the thing that's going to make it stick out and hit your heels when you turn your feet. So we take that off. They say you don't need that. This comes with Loctite already on it. Again, you know, another great little thing. They really thought about this. You can get all sorts of different types of these for robotics, so the robots can move around in different directions. So you make sure you get the Brompton ones, but what these guys have done is they really have thought about, you know, various details when it comes to the Brompton. They haven't just gone, oh, here's a set of robot wheels, let's just shove them on a Brompton. They've actually looked at the bearings and everything else. Right, so this one's pretty straightforward. So you just take the nut off, put it in your extender. Okay, those are done now, working. Let's just now undo the back one. Okay, so they supply some extra long bolts. So as I say, they have thought about this. So instead of the short bolt that goes on that one, they've supplied us with some 60mm bolts here. So what I've done is I've taken the original bolt out, replaced it with the longer one. I'm going to have to go on the outside because I think, mainly because the wheel is so fat and end up covering up most of the light. So, and just for good measure, I've put in an extra 0.5mm stainless steel washer just to keep it away from this outer frame. So I'm going to pop the strap back on. Can you see that? I'll show you on the other one from scratch. But there's already two washers on here, 1mm washers, so I don't know why they insist that you have to, or why they send you a second one. Maybe it's another spare again. Now this bit, you've got to be very careful you don't drop everything everywhere, because there's a lot of little parts inside here, especially on the side. So what you're going to do is just try and hold that washer in place. Hold it all together and then pop the new one back through. Okay, as I say, I'm going to pop an extra 1/2 mil stainless steel washer on the outside. Pop that through there. It's easy if you just loosen that off. Yeah, let's come off now. Everything about Bromptons is so fiddly. Okay, and now that's it, baby. Okay, here we're at the supermarket. It's going to give us a little whirl around on their nice polished flat floors. This is a dream compared to what it used to be like. Check this out. Got one hand on the basket, one hand on the bike. It is so much better. The trouble is, I keep thinking of different add-ons for this bike. I'm never going to end up finishing these videos because that would be perfect. I bet you there's something I can get, isn't there? Hold a shopping basket on there. That would be so much better. Alright, cool. We're going to look into that. The only thing left to improve now really, which I will add in other videos, to get a handle on there so I can carry it around when it's all folded up. And a little toolkit that usually pops in there, but I'm not going to spend £65 on the Brompton one, which is mad for a toolkit. I'm going to make up my own little one. I'll show you when I get that. Electrify it maybe, and potentially change the handlebars here, potentially put a little bar across there, and possibly a child seat that connects onto here, from here to here, and disconnects when you want to fold it up. Very, very neat little solutions. So yeah, guys, that's it for now, and I'll see you the next time I do some upgrading. Okay, see you later. Cheers, bye.